get that. That a boy. That a boy. Oh, who's a tough guy now? Good. That's a good. That's a good boy. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Barrett, out. Hey. Yes, good boy. That boy. That boy, Barrett. Good. Barrett, out. Yes, there we go. There we go. So see, we're just teaching him the out now. Good boy. Okay. Out. Out. Place. Ready? 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 What you doing? Yeah! There we go. Get on that. Get on that. That a boy. Oh, that's a good bite now you got, Bubba. No. There you go. Barrett, out. Yeah. Come on. Wrong thing. Wrong. What you got pink? You got the wrong thing. Hey, that's the wrong thing. Out. Wait. Hey, out. 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 Good. Okay. Good. So you get to see that, Sophia, right? Now he went from not wanting to tug or play with anything to really giving it a go and getting worked up. That was good. No. That's what I want. All right, ready? Come here. Come here. No. Good. Very good. Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want. Pay attention. Atta boy. Good. That's a good boy. Oh, who's so strong? Who's so strong? Oh yeah, you got it, bub. Go play. There. Oh, what you got there? It's all yours. All yours, buddy. All yours. Okay, guys, check it out. It makes me tired. Okay, so here's the thing. So you get to see there where he got it so crazy and he was biting the leash and he gets wacky. That's okay. But you see, I don't make a big deal about it, but he makes a mistake. This is his second day playing tug. He had no interest at all. He would have no interest to bite or tug anything. You guys saw how he was day one, real down in the dumps. Very skittish and worried about the world. So for this past week, it's been less than a week, 5 days, 6 days. We're spending this whole time just building him up. I want him to be very confident, okay? So he's doing very good in his training, took to the e-collar very well, you know. The obedience is good, he's pepping up. There's a couple of things that are very important to me. The day that Barrett got here, his owner said something in passing that he wasn't feeling very well. So for the first couple of days, he would barely eat. When he did eat, he would throw up everything. He wasn't holding anything down. At one point when he threw up, there was a lot of plastic, a lot of hard plastic in his vomit. So he had a belly full of plastic, which can be very dangerous. And the owner said, yeah, he ate some plastic chairs in the yard. So it all made sense. So after another day of not eating much, I took him to the vet and had him checked out just to be safe. But at the vet is where we did some of our best training. because you got to remember, he's a 1-year-old puppy. So if you see the collar I have on him here, okay, it looks like a flat buckle collar, and it kind of is, but it works more like a slip collar that my buddy John, Mohawk John, gave me. Thanks, John. That the Amish in the area made. I didn't put that on for any special reason, but he came with a flat buckle collar, which most dogs do, and I used them, except it was so loose I didn't want him to slip out. So that's what I used. So in the vet's office, he's a puppy. He was a handful. He was a problem. He got all the dogs worked up, and there were a lot of unruly dogs there. So I took that opportunity to train, okay? I didn't give commands. I didn't talk. I didn't do anything. All I did was use as much leash pressure as possible to completely take control of him, okay? So picture a slip lead or a slip collar, light, gentle pressure, only as much necessary to completely stop him to where he couldn't do anything. And then once he stopped, I stopped, and he would sit. Then he'd get right back up and go back trying to get to another dog. He did this for probably 5 to 10 minutes. But see, what happens is, when I don't get worked up about it, the other owners, of course, you know, talking, telling their dogs all kinds of things, promising them the world, throwing lots of commands out. Of course, nothing worked. Well, during this whole time, I know no one knew I was doing anything. But what happened is, less than 10 minutes after he found that he had no choice but to cooperate with me, he laid down. He laid down and didn't care what was going on. And because he laid down, the whole room got quiet and all the dogs settled down. So it's a very good training opportunity. But what that also does is, as much as I'm trying to build him up, all right, I'm also not going to let him do anything that I find unacceptable. And that behavior is unacceptable. So that was a big turning point for us, because he's putting all that trust in me now. So everything I do, the way I handle him, there's a reason for it. He was so messed up, okay, so weak upstairs, that the thing that scared me, for several days, he would only pee 1 time a day. 1 time a day. He was drinking normally, but when he'd come outside, he'd be so skittish and so antsy, he couldn't even get himself to do what comes normal to a dog, and that's go to the bathroom. So he was peeing 1 time a day. Now that he's feeling good about himself, he comes outside and he's starting to act like a normal dog. And he's peeing 3 or 4 times a day, which is fantastic, okay? Holding his food down, so health-wise he's doing good and he's getting more confident. Now with the tug, and I've done this with plenty of dogs before. How much time you have on there, Fia?
8 minutes.
Okay. Sorry guys, I have trouble with videos over 15 minutes long. So with the tug, when I took it out yesterday for the first time, I wanted to be able to play. He had no interest. Nothing, wouldn't touch anything with his mouth. So what I've done in the past with dogs that has worked very successfully with dogs that don't want to tug is, when he was in his crate, I took that tug out, and I'm glad no one saw it. I basically act like an idiot with it in front of his tug. It comes to life and I make a big deal about it, you know. I just make it look like it's just insane, and he's kind of just looking at me like I'm an idiot. But then I took that tug and I put it in a drawer right in front of his crate to where he could see that it's in there, but he can't get to it, all right? So then when I took it out yesterday or the day before, whatever this was, when I took it out and went past his crate with it and I brought him outside, he right away put his teeth on it and played a little tug, and at that moment I took it and I put it away again, back in the same drawer. So now he had some interest in it, but I didn't let him play with it. I gave him a little taste and I put it away. Several hours later, when I took it out again, now you see he's ready to play. And so the tugging is sloppy and everything. The outing takes a little long. But this is basically the first day of really playing tug. And so I'm teaching him the out, and he won't be an issue. He's already starting to out pretty good for a young puppy that just started this. And so now tug is going to be a big part of his training, games to build his confidence, and he loves it. He absolutely loves it. And each time I take him out, he's going to get better, stronger, and more confident, okay? What do you think, pal? What do you think? He's my buddy. He's a very good dog, but I had a lot of things I wanted to say about him here, and I can't remember now. But the thing is, guys, he came here. This is my favorite kind of dog to work with. A scared dog, a fearful dog, an insecure. That is my favorite kind of dog to work with, because I find it the most gratifying, okay? I definitely find it the most gratifying to to work with and make feel better, because he is starting to feel like a dog now, and he's going to be fantastic, right? Yeah. Okay. Hey. Good. Now he's starting to respond. Yes. Come on. Come on. Come on. That's it. That's it. After all that. Oh, there we go. The feet always gets them. The feet always gets them. Ah, now you can have it. Okay? So you see, he's not a Malinois. He's not a German Shepherd, so he loses interest. So you got to make it interesting again. Everything we do is to build him up and feel good about himself. But at the same time, I'm going to control everything. That's why you always see the leash on here. Always. I'm not doing anything in the fencing area with him off leash. I don't want to give him the opportunity to blow me off. Okay? Now, someone will say, you're e-collar training him. When you went to the vet, why didn't you have an e-collar on him? I didn't. Why didn't you have a prong collar on him? I didn't. I don't use them. Why didn't you just correct that bad behavior, that unwanted behavior in the vet's office? Couple reasons. A prong collar in that situation would have created much more frustration. Much more frustration. It wouldn't have produced what I want. Okay? I want everything to be calm. E-collar, probably the biggest mistake everyone makes who turns to the e-collar. Yes, he's being trained in the e-collar. He is not completely fluent like I want him to be. So there are no corrections with the e-collar. None. None. Everyone jumps into putting the e-collar on and correcting the dog. That's why your results suck with the e-collar. Plain and simple. It's why they suck. It's why the dogs look shitty and you don't get the results and you don't see what the tool is capable of. So, for me, the leash is still the most important tool. And that's why, that's what we did. We got to accomplish a lot, right? Right, you big knucklehead? Right, you big knucklehead? He's my boy. He's my boy. He's a good boy. So that's why. Just a little bit of a background where we've been with him this week. We've come a long way with the dog that had a lot of issues. Everything from medical to psychological. He's very strong in 5 days or 6 days. It's less than a week, okay? So over the next 2 weeks, he's going to get better and better and better, all right? He'll be eating, peeing, pooping, everything like a normal dog, but will still be off leash having a good time. All right, folks? Peace.